Time is now 5:53 a.m. Let's start that again. The time is now 5:53 a.m. I just dropped off in Western Communities. I've got $250 on. It was a little slower this week. Maybe that means things are coming back to normal. Yeah, it was more relaxing night than Sunday nights have been lately, or a more relaxing night than nights have been lately in general, which is nice. I really appreciated that part. I'm quite tired. I don't have much else to say. I'll be back tomorrow. Tuesday morning at 5:58. I got $285 on for the night. I'm real tired. There was a point last night where I got a call to the Walmart for someone with a bicycle. And I got there and there was this woman with a shopping cart, but she didn't have a bicycle, and she's looking at me as if I'm the one who's coming to get her. And I told her, well, I wasn't sent for you, I was sent for someone with a bicycle. And I said, let me call. Well, when I looked it up and found the phone number, it was the Walmart phone number. So whoever had the bicycle called or asked the people at the Walmart desk to call for a cab. Now, if I was to call that number and try to find the customer, it would have put me to an automatic voice messaging thing saying, thank you for choosing Walmart. Great. And I said, has there been someone here just recently with a bicycle? She said, yes, and she got into a bigger cab. I'm thinking, oh, okay. Maybe a van taxi picked her up. And this one was supposed to get in the van taxi, so I took her. She was going to the old Super 8, which used to be a motel, but now is a homeless shelter, which was purchased by the government, the municipal government. The municipal government bought 5 hotels in which to house the homeless, so they wouldn't be in tents all over town. So when I was dropping her off, I got this other guy was right there saying, I'm going to take this taxi. So he went from one homeless hotel to the next homeless hotel. At the next homeless hotel, we dropped the guy off. And I started to drive away. I drove 2 whole blocks, and I got sent back to that same homeless hotel for a guy who was flailing and all over the place and twitching and whatever. And he had a scooter thing that you stand on with handlebars and what have you, and a bunch of groceries. And he was going, you guessed it, to yet another homeless hotel. On the way, we were supposed to pick up his brother, who was in a tent. But when the brother finally, I waited outside this these tents for about 10 minutes waiting for these guys to come back. And finally the guy and his brother got in, but the guy's brother had trouble breathing. He was wheezing awful bad. Could that be a COVID? I don't know. Anyway, he was wheezing terribly, and so his brother, who was the first guy to get in the cab, decided that we should go to a hospital. So we got to the hospital, and pulling up in front of the hospital, one guy was paying, and his brother, who was wheezing, was taking everything out of the trunk, including the scooter and all the groceries. And then I got sent to another address in the Western Communities, because the Victoria General Hospital is getting close to the Western Communities. Anyways, that one went from one end of the Western Communities to the other. And I got another call immediately to go get somebody else and take him home from the McDonald's where he works. I took him home, and after that I got sent to somewhere else, but I got the address wrong and went to the wrong street, and then I got a message on here saying customer at the West Shore Walmart is still waiting for you. Anyways, I'd misread the address, so I was going the wrong way to go pick up this customer. Then when I finally got them, I told them how busy it is and how stressed I was, and how I don't usually work out in this area and don't know all the streets, and made a mistake. So then I dropped them off, and then I got sent to another address. So I get there, and I'm waiting and waiting, and this younger woman comes out with a big dog. I think it was a bulldog. It was an ugly looking thing. And I said, yeah, next time you call to bring your dog, mention it that you want a pet-friendly car. I said, I'm allergic to dogs. And she said, well, I did ask for that. But she did ask for that on the app rather than talk to a dispatcher who would have me on the list for not taking dogs. So I ended up taking her smelly dog, and I ended up having the windows open on the way down there. As we were driving down, my phone was ringing, and I couldn't answer it because I was driving, and it was giving me the sound that there's a text message also, and the phone rang again, and all the way back into town from the Western Communities. And we're talking not just town, we're talking Cook Street Village, which is like on the opposite end of town from the Western Communities. So it was a long fare, and I took this girl down there with her stinking dog, and then I tried answering what it was my regular customer. She wanted me to come get her again. So I was heading towards there when I got sent to the top of Uptown Shopping Mall. And from Uptown Shopping Mall, the guy was going out to Bear Mountain. So meanwhile, my regular customer is trying to call me and trying to text me, and I'm driving this guy out to Bear Mountain. He gets out there, and then I come back into town, and more drama with the regular customer. It seems she found a new boyfriend, and they had a fight, and she was breaking up with him, but now she's back with him again. And, oh, the drama goes on. And when I picked her up, I asked her, why can't you I didn't know that she was getting back together with the guy because she only broke up with him 2 days ago. I said, why don't you get back together with your friend? And why don't you get him to finance your escapades? She said, oh, I can't do that. Anyways, I have her bank card. She's supposed to get a income tax refund. And she says, keep trying, keep trying. If you don't, it's supposed to be in there soon. They told me it would be there in 2 weeks after I filed. Well, I'm going to try every day till I get some money out of that account. She said, keep the bank card until you get some money. Okay. So she trusts me with this stupid thing. But the trouble is, I tell her, the trouble is there's no money in there. What good is that to me? She said, oh, but there's a direct deposit going in. There's going to be money. I just have to be so patient with her. The trouble is, every time she pays me something, she ends up borrowing more. Now she's telling me she's going to turn over a new leaf. She's going to do good again. Oh, I can't wait to see that happen. And I can't wait to see her pay me back some more money she owes me. What a fucking mess. 5 minutes after 5 in the morning, I had I don't know what happened. I believe I fell asleep, or I slept in the afternoon. I woke up at 6 instead of with my alarm at 4. Now the question is, did I sleep through the alarm, or did I get up, shut the thing off, and then climb back into bed? I don't know. Needless to say, I didn't wake up until 6. Then I got fixed something to eat, ate something, got dressed and stuff, and I was at work at 8 o'clock. I think I waited 45 minutes for my first trip. And then they started coming in more regularly. And I was pretty busy until about, I guess, midnight or so. And then the morning was slow. No, it wasn't too bad. Only after 2 did it get really quiet. Between 2:30 and 4:30, I didn't have any trips. But still, I got 220 on, which is not terrible for having worked 9 hours rather than at this point 11. So what did I miss? Maybe $30, $40. Probably not more than that because it was really dead when I came on. So yeah, it wasn't a big success, but it was a success. At one point in the night, I was sent to an address to pick someone up. This big guy gets in the back, and I ask, hi, how are you? He says, I'm stoned. He was totally stoned. And I could barely understand what he was saying, but he wanted to go through the McDonald's. So he went through the McDonald's, and he wanted a double quarter pounder meal with a supersize iced tea. So the guy tapped his Interac, and I was handed a great big drink of iced tea, and so I gave it back to the guy. And then his food came in a bag, and I gave that back to him too. And then he wanted to turn right rather than turning left, even though turning left was the faster way to go. So we turned right and ended up at a traffic light. And then he was guiding me all the way. He was totally stoned, but guiding me all the way. Anyways, it worked out to be a slightly longer way than the one I would have taken. Anyway, we're about 2 blocks from his destination, and he spills that great big drink all over the floor. He just dropped it. He let it go. So that was a big cleanup. I started cleaning up, then got a call halfway across downtown from the car wash. And I had the mats in the trunk because they were all wet from that iced tea. And then I dropped that fare off, and I got another call since I was at the border of Oak Bay, way deep into Oak Bay, and the guy went downtown. And from downtown, I went back to the car wash. I ended up taking the mats and washing the mats and soaking up as much as I could from what iced tea was spilled on the carpet. And I just got the mats washed, and after the mats were washed, I got another call. And I was sent to the U-Haul. There was nobody at the U-Haul. I even called the guy, and he says, yeah, I'm right across the street. Oh. Well, there was nobody at the U-Haul or across the street. So that was a no load. And I was only going towards where I usually take a break. And as soon as I got there, I got another call. And that one went a little distance. And then most of the morning I was sleeping. Tried to watch videos. It's amazing now how people are not posting as many videos as they were during the whole crisis, the whole COVID-19 crisis. Now we're back to normal again, and I'm caught up more or less. Okay, I'm about 3 days behind on one channel, but that will take no time to catch up to. And it's foggy. It's fog out there. Foggy. The fog is descending upon us. Very interesting. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. It's Thursday morning. The time is 5:07. I've got 290 on approximately. If I was to count the coins, maybe it would hit 300. I just got a call. I gotta turn around and go do it. Yeah, it was a reasonably okay night, I guess. 290. I'm gonna break 300 now with this last call, or with this particular call. I might do another one after that. I don't know. Okay. Well, I have to go right through Esquimalt to get this one. It's at 476 Lamson. I slept quite a bit. this night. And I got to do a few things this morning. I got to renew my driver's license because it expires in about 3 weeks. Got to renew my driver's license, and I got to go to the police station and get a criminal record check again because I have to do it every year. When you do the criminal record check, they make sure you're not a criminal, and so that you're allowed to get your certification to drive cab again. It's a little certificate. What else is there I gotta do? I gotta give a blood sample on Saturday. I gotta do my paperwork for the week. There was something else I had to do. I forget what it was. It's always something. And all of these little things cost money. Yeah, there was something else. I forget what it was. Oh yeah, I gotta go to one thing or another. I am tired. I'm always tired. I think after 27 years plus, the night shift is catching up to me. That's a distinct possibility. Yeah, one more tomorrow night. I'll be back. Oh, this particular Thursday night, Friday morning. It's Friday morning. This particular Friday morning was really, really slow, really quiet. Really, really, really quiet. And it was to the point where at 3:30 in the morning, I had a grand total of $145 on. It was just slow. It's like, you wait for an hour or even longer for a fare on average. And so far, okay, now it's 4 minutes after 4, and I've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Is it that much? Like 14 trips. Okay, maybe, yeah. So 14 trips in 10 hours. So that's a trip and a half an hour. But the last trip, I loaded at 3:36, and I cleared at 3:56 in Sydney, which is right near the airport. This last fare was $52 on top of the 145, so I'm at 197 now, and I still have 2 hours left to go. So it's highly probable that I will break 200. And if I don't break 200 on a Thursday night, that's pretty sad. This week it's been hit and miss. The first week of June, when things are starting to get back to normal, and now we've got a lot more cars on. We've got a lot more taxis on the road than we had only a week ago. And so the first week of the month is usually quiet and slow. And now we've got no tourism to speak of. The cruise ships are not coming in. People are not flying in. People are not visiting. And our local economy relies heavily on tourism. Now, I don't directly deal with much tourism. I don't go for the cruise ships. I don't play that game. But there are others who do. And the tourists do spend a lot of money in town. And that trickles down. If they spend a lot of money, the whole economy benefits. And that means that I will get more business. Even though it might not be directly with the tourists in my car. People who deal with tourists will end up taking more taxis, even if I don't have any tourist business. But now there isn't any of that tourism, so there is no trickle down. And I fear that things are going to be really hard when most of the cars are back on, especially with the summer without tourism. Because even though I might not deal with the tourists myself, a lot of the other cars are kept busy by them. Yeah. And then there's also the threat of ride sharing. Ride sharing might be coming here gradually and slowly. That's going to mess with things. Anyway, this week I caught up on YouTube. I caught up on the videos on all 4 channels that I was subscribed to. Or everything that I was subscribed to from 4 channels. I watched everything. Now I'm starting to watch on my watch later list. And the watch later list is... I mean, I haven't looked at the watch later list for about 4 or 5 years, and now I'm starting to watch these movies and things that are on my watch later list, which is great. And the phone has been doing some sliding down, so we slide it back up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be vlogging for much longer. Been on a few minutes now, just to let you know that, okay, my night was terrible, and now it's only marginally bad. I just need a few more fares, and maybe I'll count on people going to work early, between 4 and 6 o'clock. People going to work. And I sometimes get some of those. That will be nice. I could use a few more bucks. Well, if nothing memorable happens in the next couple hours, I hope yours is better than mine.